ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big screen when he stretch a disc. I'm talking if you want it down charge, you just on your fifth grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I know like she can count it up. She try to be nosy and hit her leg, she like, girl, you can get.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down. 280. 53 is the mark. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Switch it. Switch it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Down. 180. 53. Mike. Night, sweetheart.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. This is intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter. First drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
55, Mike. You don't want that, baby. Come on. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz going up top. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20.
Check. Check 50, check 50.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the 24, Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Charles, a little league-wide news as the Browns were taking care of the Jets on Monday Night Football Week 2. We got word that Dolphins safety Minkah Fitzpatrick continuing the exodus from Miami. He was traded to the Steelers in exchange for a first-round draft pick next spring.
And that means Miami is exchanging a 1, Minkah Fitzpatrick, who they use that to acquire, for a 1 next spring. And how valuable will that pick be? Well, the Steelers are 0-2. Ben Roethlisberger's out for the season. This could turn out to be a high number 1 pick because the Steelers are...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Wentz. And And his throw's going to be incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston. And look at this, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's going to float this one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 73 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well,
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 42-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now, 52, 180, 180, we're good, 180, get there, check.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 1st down, Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Curtis Riley. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 11. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a
Carr going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Mike. Down. 280. 53. Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Down. 180. Check 53. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, he's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. White Monday down.
Throwing now is Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back now in the East Bay. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Raider 2.
Throwing again. Carr over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 25-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 11 yards there, first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Waiting. 52. Here we go. Hey, tight end's right.
Now Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 45 yards. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that plays.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you